Well, so far, so good.
Good, yeah, good. If you don't want to find a ghost, it's bad if you do want to find a ghost.
What, you want to find a ghost in this house?
Honey, I need authenticity. A cowboy picture needs cowboys. Science fiction movie needs science fiction. A ghost movie needs spooky things.
Yes, I know, but you're not the one that ran into a blob of protoplasm.
Protoplasm?
Whatever. I stuck my hand right through it, and that's why I wanted to get here early so we could check everything out.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's nothing here to be frightened of, so, just hang around until later. Maybe by the time we're ready to go to sleep, we'll, feel more at home.
Tina, I can tell by the handwriting that you wrote this letter. What does it mean?
Gord, I don't know.
To Michael Grand from a concerned friend. Does that jog your memory at all, Tina?
Look, I honestly...
There is good reason to believe Brenda McGillis's claim that your son is actually her child. I hate to bring this sad news to you, but there is no other way. What Brenda says is true, and you must take Garrick in for the medical test which will prove his real identity. Tina, why did you write this letter? And why did you crumple it up and throw it away in the waste paper basket? In fact, why don't we just skip the preliminary questions and go right to the big $1 million question, Tina? How long have you known that Gabrielle switched those babies?
Brenda, I am appealing to you. Don't spoil this day by making a scene.
That is up to you, Michael. We are staying here. You want to make a scene, you go right ahead.
All right, you can stay, since the ceremony is about to begin.
We just got to keep the heat on, okay?
Well, speaking of heat, I wonder if Max has gotten through to Gabrielle.
Oh, Gabrielle has gone way too far to chicken out at her wedding. And I have come way too far to let her get away with this.
Hello, darling. What are you doing with those point shoes?
Deborah gave them to me as a gift of hope for a happy future.
Oh, darling, you are going to have a happy future. And I want you to start it off with a sparkling smile to match that sparkling ring. Sparkle, Gabrielle. Everything has to be perfect today. Perfect hair, perfect gown, perfect guest list. Which reminds me, I just saw Max Holden downstairs. I'm going to have him thrown out without further ado.
You'll do nothing of the sort. Leave Max alone.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
Well, it's a little bit creepy in here, but basically it's harmless. Basically, it's a pretty peaceful kind of a place.
Listen, just be careful, okay, Michael?
Well, that's my point. My point is there's nothing to be careful about.
Ah! What?
Ah! What? Texas Coat-Hanger Massacre, Part 3!
Oh,
Honey.
What was that?
What?
That.
I don't know. Let me take a look at that. Oh.
What? What is it?
I'm afraid this is something that, we really can't deal with. That's bunnies! Look, this is just your standard kind of run-of-the-mill, old kind of creaky house with the creaky floorboards and the cracked mirrors and the pictures with eyes that move.
Which is what I said.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit down and soak up some atmosphere here. I'm gonna get used to what it was like for Llana to be in this house.
Yeah, there's something about this picture.
Shh. Now, I need silence if I'm gonna concentrate.
It's you. It looks like, she looks like you.
Marco, get glasses.
No, there's definite resemblance there. Look at the eyes and then
Please,
the
please,
cheekbones.
please. Now, the only reason that you say that is because you want to take credit for your brilliant casting. Now, I'm telling you, Marco, casting has nothing to do with looks. It's not looks that's important. It's soul. That's right. Casting someone with the instruments so that they can project and amplify. Oh, my God! Bad carpentry. Well, I really think that we should do something about this. This is very dangerous. Somebody could hurt themselves. Oh, that's charming. Not only do we have ghosts, now we have termites. I certainly hope we don't have any rats. Aha! No rats. I'd say these are, well, vellum paper, grosgrain ribbon, the type of stuff that ladies used to use for their love letters.
How many more times are you going to protect that man?
What do you expect me to do? Allow you to throw him out like a bum on the street?
A bum on the street, dear, only wants your money. Max Holden would like to destroy your entire life.
You don't know Max at all.
Oh, darling, I've met men like him all over the world. He's a user, and at the moment he's using you.
Mother, what if we're two of a kind? What if that's the reason we're attracted to each other?
Darling, would you kindly remember where you are? In a chapel about to marry Michael Grand.
I know where I am.
Darling, I know that you still have feelings for Max. And you imagine that he still has feelings for
He
you.
does. All he has to do is touch me.
Oh, when he touches you, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
No, darling. I'm not referring to sex. I mean cold-blooded calculation. Don't you flatter yourself that Max is trying to lure you away from Michael. He's only doing this for one reason, and that's to help Brenda McGillis. The time for self-delusion is over, darling. If you walk down that aisle and Max is still sitting there, he'll only try to upset you. A last, final, desperate attempt to ruin your marriage to Michael. We've got to get rid of him.
No.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
This is my wedding, and if you try and get rid of Max, he'll just make another scene. It's my wedding day, and I won't allow it.
Darling, I won't go for any excuses.
Don't you give me orders.
Are you ladies staging a prize fight in here, or are we going on with this wedding?
I'm sorry, Michael. Your bride is just indulging in the age-old tradition of throwing a traumatic fit just before the ceremony.
That's not true.
Are you all right?
Of course she's all right. She's just a bit edgy, like every bride since the beginning of time. Michael, would you mind if I just had a few more moments with Gabrielle?
I was about to ask you if you would leave so that we could have a moment alone.
Oh, no. The groom isn't supposed to see the bride before the wedding. Off with you now.
Julia, I don't believe in superstition or in well-meaning mothers.
Well, I suppose we could start a new tradition. But please don't be too long. Everybody's waiting for you two.
This isn't how it looks.
Oh, then maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe you didn't write this letter.
No, I wrote it.
Fine. You wrote the letter, but you didn't want to tell your husband about it. I mean, you knew that Gabrielle switched those babies some time ago, but you didn't want to tell your husband because you thought that was too trivial a thing, right?
Are you going to let me explain? I just found out about the baby switch yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me about Brenda wanting to have that letter published in the Banner, well, it got me to thinking.
Oh, I bet it did, Tina.
Well, seeing it all came kind of clear this morning. You know, I mean, Gabrielle acting so strange, and then her hurried marriage to Michael, and then this special bond that was between Brenda and Garrick, and, well, I wanted to do something to help Brenda, so I wrote the letter.
Well, you didn't sign it, Tina. Any reason why?
Well, I wanted to make a point. and I didn't want to get involved in all the controversy, and also well, part of it's because I feel for Michael. I mean, I really think he's innocent in all this.
Yeah, so why didn't you send the letter?
Because I lost my nerve, all right? I'm a coward, and when it came time to send it, I couldn't do it.
This is very good, Tina. I mean, this is one of your better tricks. I'm not buying a word of it, but you're getting real good.
Court, please.
You know, I seem to recall a conversation we had. I remember a confession that you made when you were in that electric chair that Ursula built, and you wanted to confess because you wanted to talk to Brenda to get her to forgive you, because you hadn't had time to say something to her that you needed to say.
Court, please, it's not what
And I
you're
remember when I
thinking
confronted you about that, Tina. You said it was because you felt so guilty because of Steve's death. Turns out that was just one big lie, wasn't it, Tina?
No, it wasn't.
I seem to remember another confession, Tina. A couple days ago, we were out at our new home. You were talking about how you got called on the carpet by Gabrielle because you had written off some personal expenses off to the hotel. Another lie. Right, Tina?
Court, please, you've got to believe me.
Oh, I do believe you, Tina. I believe you all the time. I mean, that's the big problem with our marriage. I keep believing you, and you keep lying to me, just like you are lying now.
No!
Tina, come on, lying to you is like taking a breath. It's a natural reflex. I don't know what it's going to take to shock you back into reality. Maybe a healthy dose of the truth. Here is the truth, Tina. You have known for some time that Gabrielle switched those babies, and you didn't tell anybody about it.
Court, please, I give you my solemn vow.
Oh, Tina, I don't want your vows. I don't want your promises. I don't want your tears. Damn it, for once in our lives, I want the truth.
All right. I knew about the baby switch before you told me. You don't know how many times I tried to tell you about it. And you don't know how hard I've struggled with my conscience trying to decide what to do.
Yeah, that must have been a tough choice, Tina. I mean, you could either tell Brenda about her baby, or you could lie and protect yourself.
I was protecting my entire family.
Oh.
Look, from the very moment I found out about this whole thing, I've been trying to do what is right. Trying to do the right thing, but somehow it just kept slipping away from me, and before I didn't even know what the right thing was anymore, and somehow I got lost.
You still don't understand, do you, Tina? This isn't about you. It's not about your pain or your confusion. It is about an innocent little child who's been deprived of his mother.
Don't you think I know that? From the minute I found out about this, I have told Gabrielle that she has got to give Brenda her baby back.
Yeah, well, she didn't take your advice about that. So why didn't you tell me, huh? Your husband? Better yet, why didn't you go to the cops?
Because Gabrielle and I have been friends a long time. I just wanted to give her a chance to do what was right on her own. To give the baby back on her own. She just said she needed just a few days to prepare Michael.
Oh, and you bought that. Great.
Well, she told me all the reasons why she did it. She said that she did it because Michael was so devastated by losing Alicia. She thought losing his son, she thought it would destroy him. She was so convincing, and then I saw Michael with Garrick, and it broke my heart. Look, so I decided to give her more time, and then I went to Milan, and I thought it would all be taken care of by the time I got back.
Bottom line is, Tina, you knew about this for some time, and you did nothing to set it straight.
I thought it was taken care of. Look, when I got back from Milan and I found out that Brenda didn't know, I decided I had to do it myself. But that's when Gabrielle started threatening me with Austin.
Well, threatening you? What are you talking about, Tina? You're the one who has the goods on her, remember?
She knows you buried Austin alive. She saw you and Asa do it. She said she was going to go to the police, and you would wind up in jail. So don't you see, I was trapped. I had no choice.
No. You had a million opportunities to tell me about it, but you never did, Tina. And I guess that's what hurts most of all in all of this, because you didn't trust me enough to tell me about it, so that maybe I could have helped you get through this thing, and we could have worked it out together.
Because I knew you would go to the police, and she would do what she was threatening to do, and you would end up in jail.
Stop it. No, I never would have asked you to protect me at the expense of Brenda and that child. Never.
That doesn't matter. kept silent.
Yeah, you kept silent. And Brenda goes on thinking that her little baby is dead. And Gabrielle, of all people, is raising Stephen as Garrick Grand.
Look, it's not what... Look, I know how it looks, but I had no choice.
Bull, Tina. I don't know what Gabrielle's thing was. I mean, I don't know if she was desperate. I don't know if she's just a sick, twisted little witch. She's got plenty of reasons for doing what she did. But you, Tina, what in God's name were you thinking about? How could you go along with something like this for so long?
Look, I told
Tina,
you
just stop it, all right? I want the truth. I want to know what kind of a devil's deal you cut with Gabrielle.
Next, set a code for you.
Well, before Julia made her little appearance, I did get a few minutes along with the bride.
And?
And I didn't pull any punches. I told her the whole truth, and I let her know the only way she could save herself was to cancel this whole wedding, if that's what she's done.
Did you get through to her, you think?
I think so, but whether or not it was enough to get her to make an about face, we'll find out soon enough.
Michael, the way you're looking at me, is there something wrong?
Wrong. Today, everything is finally right. I had to come in here and tell you before all the hoopla begins how much I love you.
Oh, Michael, how much?
Oh, boy. How about for the rest of your life? Hmm? You know, I only regret that we didn't have more time to prepare for this day.
I don't mind.
Well, I do. You are deserving of something more untainted, some happiness that is cleaner. Unfortunately, too many spiteful people have conspired to make us rush this wedding.
Well, you know what? I'm glad. Because that means that I'm going to be Mrs. Michael Grand all the sooner.
Yes, you are. However, not without incident. Some of those aforementioned spiteful people have decided to show up here today.
Yes.
And they are refusing to leave.
Mother told me that she had seen Max out there somewhere.
Well, Max is the least of it. Brenda and Dan Wallach have seated themselves in the chapel.
Brenda, she's here?
I asked her to leave, but unless we throw them out bodily...
No. This is our day, and absolutely no one's going to ruin it. Besides, maybe we'll just have to tell the ushers to seat our friends on one side and our enemies on the other.
Well, that's not going to be necessary. First sign of trouble, I'll just have them escorted out. And then, when we're husband and wife, I'm going to make this up to you.
You don't have to make anything
I mean it. We are leaving this town and all the bitterness behind us. In a few short hours, none of these people are going to be able to come between us. We are going to be a family. You and me and Garrick.
The three of us.
That's right. Mr. and Mrs. Michael Grand and Son. Now, I think I better get out there, just in case Julia's right about that superstition.
Michael, wait!
What's wrong? Something I said?
Oh, no, it's nothing that you said or did. It's me.
Oh, you're nervous.
No, Michael, please let me say what I want to say. I'm so humiliated, and I'm so miserable. I never should have let this go so far.
Oh, I know what this is about.
You do?
A prenuptial agreement that your mother cooked up.
Michael,
it's all right, it's all right. I understand. Julia needs that kind of a document. She's a loving mother trying to protect her daughter. You'd want the same thing for Garrick or Al?
Yes, but this
No. Believe me, I was not offended. I signed it just to reassure her that my intentions were completely honorable.
You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Your mother's only been here a little while. She doesn't understand that we don't need that kind of an agreement. She doesn't know how strong our love is.
Michael, please.
No. Don't you deny it. When Alicia died, I didn't know if I could go on, but you gave me the strength to do just that. When I couldn't even care about myself, you taught me to live for Garrick. And now, I can start living for you. So you see, there is nothing to be sad about. Don't you know by now, I'd be completely lost without you.
Michael, hold me. Don't ever let me go.
Don't you worry. I never will.
I love you.
I love you. Oh, well, we'd better move on, huh? So, wipe your eyes and do whatever the nervous bride has to do, And then you're all mine.
God, I have no right to ask you this. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do.
I'm telling you, something's up.
Just because you saw Michael heading towards the anteroom?
I saw the look on his face, like he's going to have a little talk with Gabrielle. That's why I didn't confront him. Looks like he's got troubles enough.
And you think it's about the baby?
I don't know, your guess is as good as mine, but they're still back there. Who knows, maybe they're having a big showdown right now.
Well, I know one person who's chewing her nails.
Look, I know I don't belong here, but I knew you'd be here, and I had to come see you to apologize. And the way I acted yesterday at your sister's house, I was way out of line.
Well, I have to hand it to you. This is a strange time and place to come and say I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'm not going to ruin your sister's wedding. I just couldn't keep away. I've been kicking myself for coming down on you so hard just because you didn't want to take a ride on my bike with me.
You called me a snob.
I know, don't rub it in. I'm sorry. It's just that, I was acting like a kid. I was acting like you owed me something, like you and me.
Like you and I were what?
Like you were my girl. And I had no right to treat you that way, and you have every reason to be angry with me.
That man with the dirty old leather jacket.
I'll take care of it, Mrs. Medina.
I've been thinking about it, too. And if you acted like a kid, I definitely acted like a snob.
No, you acted like a lady, and there's a difference.
Well, I can't say much for your timing, but I appreciate you coming to say this. Thanks, babe.
Excuse me, but unless you have an invitation, you'll have to leave.
Take it easy. I was just leaving.
No, he wasn't. This gentleman is with me, unless you have an objection.
No, of course not, Miss Medina, if you say so.
I certainly had you wrong. And you're a lot of things, but a snob you're not. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Maybe you should take a seat before things get started.
Deborah, that's a really beautiful dress. And what I mean is, you look very beautiful.
Now it's my turn to say thanks.
So what did she offer you, Tina? Gabrielle, she must have promised you something to keep your mouth shut.
Corey, please.
What is it? Huh? What is so difficult about telling me? I had to figure out the rest, Tina. I figured out how much you lied to me about everything else. Why can't... Oh, I don't believe this. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. When we were at the Seaside Arena and you were stalling for time with Jamie, you conveniently came up with the fact that Mandoran emerald was in Michael Grand's safe, didn't you?
I did that to save your life.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm wondering how you knew that emerald was there. Don't bother answering the question, Tina. I'll answer it for you. Gabrielle told you, didn't she? That was it. That was the bargain you made, wasn't it?
Court, please.
Tina, you weren't trying to keep me out of jail. All you were worried about was those damn crown jewels.
That's not true.
Tina, you didn't care about Brenda. You didn't care if you destroyed that woman's life. All you were worried about was a couple of stupid stones.
That wasn't how it was.
Tina, I can't believe that you would sell out a mama and her little boy. You don't care about Brenda, you don't care about me, and you certainly don't care about our marriage.
You don't even understand what I was up against.
I do understand.
You were blackmailing me. What was I going to do? I don't want you to go to jail. I thought maybe if I could just get those jewels, I could do something for the family.
Oh, you did something for this family, all right. You humiliated us, Tina. You brought shame on the whole damn family.
Don't say that.
Oh, I could say worse, Tina. You begged me to forgive you, and I just went along with that. I said, sure, Tina, I'll forgive you. But right now, man, I can't even stand the sight of you.
Please don't say that.
I don't know who I hate more at this very moment. I mean, you for all of your damn lies, or me for being such a dumb sucker to buy every single one of them.
I love you, and I know you still love me. I know you do.
You want to tell me how I can love a wife that I can't trust? A wife who could do something so hurtful to a mama and a little baby?
I didn't mean it. I never meant for it to happen like that.
You never mean for it to happen, Tina. Well, I don't care what you meant. You know, right now, you don't matter to me. What matters to me is that little boy who's been separated from his mama. And by God, I swear, I will do anything I can to get those two back together as soon as possible. Come on, get up.
Ow, you're hurting me.
Come on, you're gonna come with me right now.
Where?
We're gonna go to your good friend Gabrielle's wedding, Tina. And I'm gonna put you right there in the front row, little girl. And you're gonna stand up and you're gonna tell Michael the truth. If it is the last thing that you ever do.
Dearest Llana, a cruel twist of fate keeps us apart. But if we have faith, one day we'll be together. Your loving R.
I'm telling you, that R knew how to get a woman right where it counts.
And so do I. A pen, a little piece of paper, a little of that gunk there they wrap that around with, a dictionary. I'm romantic.
It takes more than the right equipment. Gotta have what's here.
What? What's here? An esophagus? I got one of those.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, R had soul. See, he wrote letters that were loving and longing, full of unrequited love.
Oh, well, Llana was worthy of it. She followed her impulses. She didn't let people tell her what to do, influence her thinking. She was a dynamite lady.
Yeah, well, she was also very much trapped by the Victorian rules, by the small minds of the time. I think that R really was the only one that understood her. Listen to this. Dearest darling, you cried yet again when we parted last night. Don't leave me, you pleaded. Let's proclaim our love to the world. Ah, angel, if only that were possible. I, too, despise this secret life we lead. Yet until we are together forever, know that you never really leave me. In my mind and in my heart, you always remain. Your loving R.
Not bad.
Yeah, well, I'll say. I mean, imagine that a woman walked around this house in these rooms knowing that kind of love. That's incredible. Marco, I thought you said we had this house all to ourselves tonight.
I thought we did.
So what was that?
I don't know. We'll go find out.
Well, wait a minute. You're not leaving me alone in here.
Look, I know I should make amends, and I will. I promise I will, but I don't know that right now is the right time. I mean, why punish Michael? Don't you know what it's going to do to him to have me tell everybody right in public like that?
Oh, I reckon it's going to hurt him an awful lot, Tina.
It is going to destroy him. Do you really want that on your conscience?
Sometimes you got to make decisions, Tina, that aren't very popular. I thought that you would have managed to learn that by now, but I guess not. So if I got to decide between hurting Michael a little bit right now and Brenda getting back together with her baby, then fine, I will make that choice and I will live with it. You understand me?
Look, I will tell him. I promise, but can't you wait just a little longer?
Michael and Gabrielle are leaving town. They're going to Europe as soon as the ceremony is over, Tina, with the baby.
Well, then we'll stop them at the airport. I will tell them, please, but not during the wedding.
Tina, we're going to tell them now because you're going to stop them before they ever take off, because if they do take off, they may never come back. So come on, let's tell them now. All right.
He's gonna go through with this.
Lamb goes to slaughter.
Yeah, well, whatever he and Gabrielle were talking about, it sure hasn't changed anything.
I really thought I got through to her, Brenda. I'm sorry it didn't work.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Max. I should have known that Gabrielle and I would have to come to this moment.
Brenda, you're still not gonna go through with this,
Yes,
are you?
I am, and don't you try and stop me.
Stop you from what?
Max, will you please try and talk some sense into her? She's planning on stopping Gabrielle before she reaches the altar.
Has to do it. I can't let her get away with stealing my job, and if I don't do it, are you gonna do it?
Brenda, I know how you feel. It's not a good idea.
No, just stop it. Because Gabrielle's little triumph here is gonna turn out a whole lot differently than she planned.
Your middle initials were FX.
I know my stuff, Spring. Don't worry about that.
I know you can do all sorts of things on film, honey, but what I'm talking about here is cinema verite. You have to come up with all sorts of ghosts and gremlins in the flesh, so to speak.
I can do that, but don't forget about, you know, your promise.
What promise?
You said that if I came across with the special effects tonight, you would come across for me.
Oh, that.
Well, if you may change your mind, maybe you better get somebody else to do these effects.
No, no, don't go. I'm sorry. I was just teasing you. Oh, Spring Sky never goes back on a promise. I sure do like a man who knows what he wants.
Yeah, well, that's me, all right.
Listen, while you're in here, working your special brand of magic, I'll be right outside waiting for you in the car.
Am I going to have to do everything myself?
Not everything, honey. Just the special effects. And later on, we can have a turn to do special things for you.
That sounds fair enough.
It will be, believe me. As soon as you send Megan outside screaming into the night, you come on out to the car and join me, and we'll take off for your place.
But what if Megan doesn't go screaming out into the night? I mean, what if my special effects are so terrifying she just passes out cold?
Huh. That's a good point.
Could happen.
Well, if that does happen, that's okay. Listen, Megan has caused so many people to pass out from her lousy acting. What about fair play? Lousy acting, Megan! Well, when I scheme and plot, at least I do it in character, but you are such a lousy. Keep her away from me, Marco. No, Marco is not going to help you, and neither is this little nerd that you hired to try and scare me.
Wait just a second.
Oh, back off, buddy. Megan, what is the matter with you? This is just a little joke. Oh, yeah, joke. You know who's a joke? You are joke. You're a joke. I'm telling you, you spent so much time trying to ruin my career that you don't even work on your own. I should bring charges of against with the acting society. Oh, yeah? Double up. Go ahead and do that then. Go ahead. Because I will tell them how you stole the role of Flag right out from under me. Stole it from you. You're the one who gave it to me, you little...
Oh,
Marco tricked me out of it. What did it take, Margot? Marco, I mean, did she have to just bat her eyes, or did she give you the whole wide body for a part in your movie?
Are you intimating I resort to the casting couch?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, this time you cast the couch. Oh, you little flabby woman! I heard you offering your flabby, out-of-shape body lousy special.
Wait a minute, lousy? What do you mean, lousy?
Get out of here, Orson!
Oh, Spring, look, I'm sorry, but next time you want a ghost or a goblin, you just have to conjure it up yourself.
What? Oh, let him go. You want to see something frightening? Just turn around and look in the mirror.
You think you're gonna steal the part of a lifetime from me? You're out of your mind!
All right, that's enough,
I was born to play the role of Llana Flagg, Marco, you know that!
Hey, I wouldn't cast you if you were the last actress on the earth. Is that clear?
She has really gotten to you, hasn't she?
I'm telling you.
Back off, please.
Right. Okay. You two deserve each other. Go ahead. Make your movie. Because I'll tell you, with this level of talent, you're going to have the biggest bomb of all times on your hands.
Oh, the phony screams.
Please. Brenda, I'm sorry, but I couldn't let you do that. Now look, just listen to me. I don't care about stopping the ceremony. I don't care about making a scene. I care about you.
No, please, Brenda, there's no reason Michael would have believed you now.
All you do is start a fight, get hysterical, and get thrown out. It's not worth it.
And this is better, is it? Just letting her get away with this. Is that right?
She's not married yet. There's still a chance that she's going to do the right thing.
If that is our hope, we are in big trouble,
Brenda,
Max.
Max may have had more of an effect than he realizes.
Everybody has tried to get through to Gabrielle, and she is not going to confess. And if this wedding goes through, I am going to lose my baby.
Dearly beloved, we have come together in the presence of God to witness and bless the joining together of Michael and Gabrielle in holy matrimony. The bond and covenant of marriage was established by God in creation, and our Lord Jesus Christ adorned this manner of life.
It's too late. They've already started the service.
Well, I guess we'll have to stop
First
it.
miracle at a wedding in Cana of Galilee. The union of husband and wife in heart, body, and mind.
But you have to give me a minute. I don't even know what I'm going to say.
I'll make it real easy for you, Tina. You say the truth. All of it. Now, come on.
For the help and comfort given one another in prosperity and adversity, and when it is God's will, for the procreation of children and their nurture in the knowledge and love of the Lord.
I can't just sit here and let this happen. I just can't.
Brenda, it's out of your
Therefore I
hands now.
say unto you, Michael, and
How happy Michael looks. Look at him there. It's like this is the most important day of his life.
You think this is easy for me, Tina? That man is living a lie, and you are the only one who is going to set him straight.
Well, so let him finish their vows, okay? Just let him have this one moment, and I promise I will go forward. I will tell him everything.
You will do anything to avoid doing the right thing. Now that it's over, Tina, this is the perfect time and the perfect place for you to make an open confession. Now move.
Why they may not be lawfully married? Speak now, or else forever hold your peace.
All right, little girl, there's your cue.
Please, Cord, don't make me do this.
No more stalling, Tina. It's time to move now.
Cord, wait!
Gabrielle, forget them. Forget all of them.
Michael, Gabrielle, I require and charge you both, here in the presence of God, that if either of you know any reason why you may not be united in marriage lawfully and in accordance with God's word, you do now confess it. Gabrielle,
Will you have Michael to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health? And, forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
Tell the man you love me, sweetheart.
Michael.
Gabrielle?
Michael, I can't do this.
What are you saying?
Michael, I never wanted to hurt you. I'm so sorry.
Gabrielle, what is it? You must say your vows.
Stay out of this, Julia.
Gabrielle, say the word.
Stay out of this.
Mother, this is wrong. It's all so wrong.